Hi Capricorn, welcome to your June reading. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Check out your other placements for additional messages. As this is a general reading, messages may or may not apply. Just take what resonates and leave what doesn't for the next person. I could be picking up on someone around you or someone you could be dealing with, so you might have to swap the roles. If this reading doesn't resonate right away, it may be something that happens down the line. If you'd like, you can keep this in your back pocket or you can come back at a later time. We're going to see what messages need to come through for you guys for the month of June, see what you guys could be currently dealing with or what you can expect, get some insight with some guidance, and overall see what's going on. I hope you guys are doing well. If you guys are interested, you can check out my Instagram at Jadestone Tarot. And with that being said, let's get right into this reading. Any messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of June 2021? What's going on for Capricorn, please? Any insight, wisdom, guidance for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of June 2021? Messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for June 2021. What's going on for Capricorn? What do they need to know, be mindful of, aware of, consider? Any messages, please, for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of June? Show me clearly what's going on. Any messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? All right. Okay. Whoa. Let's get into it. Messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of June 2021. What's going on for Capricorn, please? Any messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of June? There's cards that are trying to come out, but yet they're not. So they're not meant to be. Oh, spoke too soon. We have the Oyster. Oh, you guys are clammed up. Messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of June. The Frog. Aw, you guys are holding in your emotions in June, or maybe right now, whenever you're coming across this. We also have the Hyena, the Starfish. That actually was a card that showed up in Virgo's reading if you have Virgo in your chart. And the Elephant. Okay, so there's a block. There is a block when it comes to expressing your emotions. Now, your last reading, I don't really remember what it was about. I think it was about needing to, speak up or be honest about something, or communicating with someone, or about your feelings or something like that. Not 100% sure. I can't really remember. I didn't even bother looking. I apologize. But I think it was something along the realm of that. Okay, so if you resonate with that, this may be kind of a continuation, or it may not. Anyways, it's really looking like as if there is an insecurity or a fear when it comes to opening up about your feelings. Literally, you guys are closed up, or you get all when you're about to speak up about something or say something, maybe you're a little bit nervous, your heart is racing, your palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. Sorry. And your throat gets all tight, and you just you can't even really get words out, or if you do, you're almost stuttering, or you're just ugh. It's such a yucky feeling. I hate that so much. Some of you might resonate with that, or are feeling that, or have felt that recently, or you're about to, but that's how you've been feeling when it comes to opening up about how you're feeling. There's a lot of water coming through in this reading already. Okay, with the Frog coming out, there's this need for cleansing. There's this need to have some sort of release. Now, some of you have been holding something in about your feelings, and it's time to let it out. Now, it might be about confessing how you feel towards someone, or someone's feeling this way towards you and they want to express their feelings, but they're not sure how, and so they're kind of closed off, or they've been holding in their feelings. But it's time for a release, especially as we have this eclipse energy coming through. We are in eclipse season. We have one coming up on the 26th of May in Sagittarius. For those who have strong Saggy placements in your chart, you may want to consider looking at your natal chart, seeing which houses Sagittarius is in or rules. You might see certain themes come to play when it comes to this eclipse coming up. All right, we also have an eclipse coming up in June as well. So we're in eclipse season. It's some pretty big energy, which calls for a release, calls for letting things out, expressing your truth, your feelings. All right, but the thing is, whoever I'm picking up on, or the energy I'm picking up on right now, there's this fear. There's this hesitation to the Hyena. It's almost instead of taking your feelings seriously, you kind of just joke about it, or it's you hide your feelings. You're trying to mask them. You're trying to pretend that they're not there. Let's say that you have feelings for someone, right? You wouldn't even admit it. You close yourself off to, because you're fearful of rejection, fearful of not being good enough. There's these insecurities about wondering, am I even good enough? What if they're out of my league or whatever? And that is a block. Elephant. This is all at the bottom of the deck, okay? There's a block that you've been putting yourself. You've been blocking yourself from fully opening up. But the thing is, when you fully open up, that's where you transform. You're shedding old ways of being, of living. But you guys have been restricting yourselves or holding yourself back because you're fearful of judgment of others, of what others might think of you. And so instead, you're just more like the trickstery, class clown, I'm never hurt, I don't have feelings. What do you mean, feelings? No, but like, if you were to lock yourself up in a room and just be by yourself, you would be comfortable expressing yourself and, you know, letting things up. But when it comes to those around you, you don't show that side. You don't show that side. And so if that's the case, that's actually really important to talk about. If you feel like you can't truly be yourself or express yourself with those that you surround yourself with, your friends, your family, your partner, or whoever who is in your life, and you feel like you can't fully open up and be yourself and express your feelings without the fears of being judged, you might just want to consider asking yourself if it's really worth keeping those connections in your life. Just something to think about. It's your life. You have your free will. You do you. But I'm just saying, if you feel like you can't fully open up and step into your authenticity and be yourself because you're worried about how others may judge you or how you may be perceived, or that, you know, you have to dim your light to fit in or to make others feel comfortable, that's going to be something that's going to be highlighted with this eclipse energy, with all this retrograde energy. We got Pluto retrograde, we have Saturn retrograde, we also have Mercury retrograding in a couple days. I think, the 29th of May. In June, we have Jupiter going retrograde, I think on the 20th of June. So there's going to be a lot of this energy coming at play that will force you to look at these things. So it doesn't matter how hard you try to suppress it, to ignore it, to pretend it's not there, to just, lock it away in this little shell and turn your back and pretend it's not there. It's going to catch up. And when it does, you're going to have to release it. So it's best you just use this energy now and just accept it and release it and surrender. Because I guarantee you're going to feel so much better when you do, rather than holding yourself back and being your own block. Because that's the thing, when you block yourself from fully expressing your feelings, it's going to start interfering with other things in your life, in your career, in your relationships, even the relationship you have with yourself. Like, you're just restricting yourself. And this is going to be something that comes up, and you're going to have to release those limitations that you've been putting on yourself, okay? So there is some sort of fear when it comes to opening up, or even when it comes to putting yourself out there. For my artists out there, for those who have a business or have these ideas that you want to pursue. But again, there's this fear of putting yourself out there, potentially getting rejected, wondering, second-guessing yourself, am I even good enough? Your self-worth. And you're needing to really look at this shadow side. Some of you have been putting your dreams aside. These two cards actually talk about it. Putting your dreams aside to please others. You haven't been putting yourself as the first priority, and that has been a block. That has been getting in the way of things. That has been getting in the way of your manifestations from coming in, your transformation. All right? And you guys are really needing to... I like how I'm using these cards. Like, I'm just like, damn, it all just seems to flow. It just fits with these two cards coming out. Like, the context is given in the situation. I'm liking it. Oh my god. You're needing to work through those blockages here. So, the two cards, the main themes coming up in the month of June, we have a lot of water energy coming through. You guys are out of your element. But actually, you're not. The frog, it's watery, but it's also earthy. So needing to incorporate a little bit of that water into your element, right? Think of it like the frog, he absorbs the water through his skin, which also is a message like, hey, be careful of who you're surrounding yourself with or the boundaries you're setting, because again, it's almost like you're a sponge. You just soak up the energy, say someone's downloading a bunch of things onto you and they're talking about their day and how they have to deal with this and that. And like, maybe you're acting almost as if like the therapist friend, right? Taking on everybody else's burdens. It can be draining. And if you're not in the right energy for it, you're going to have to speak up and be like, hey, like, I can't deal with this right now. I'm not in the right energy for this. Please, like, I can't. Like, sometimes you gotta put yourself first, and sometimes you have to put your foot down. Otherwise, you end up absorbing and taking on everything else but yourself and your own issues that you have to deal with and you have to work on. And sometimes you gotta put yourself first. Sometimes you have to set the boundaries. You can't save everybody. Okay? And then for those who are considering putting yourself out there or going down a certain path or doing something, shooting your shot, but there's a fear of fully opening yourself up or extending your hand and someone not taking your hand, right? You extend, you reach out, but no one takes it. There's the fear of rejection. There's the fear of not being good enough. There's the fear of your pearl that's inside of the oyster shell not being what those expect. So instead of being your authentic self, you try to shapeshift and mold yourself into what others want you to be. But what about you? What do you want to be? What do you want for yourself? Instead of thinking about everybody else and what they want you to be and what they want you to do, what do you want to do? What do you want for yourself? There's something that has you, again, like holding yourself back or limiting yourself, limiting your potential. And in the month of June, especially with all these transits going on, this is going to come up. You're going to have to look at these things, asking yourself, okay, why do I put these limitations on myself? Why do I care so much about what these people think? Why do I surround myself with certain people where I feel like I actually have to shrink myself to fit in instead of being who I truly am? Asking yourself all these really important things. And yeah, it's going to be uncomfortable, and you're really going to have to feel your way through this with the water element coming out, okay? And it might be a little bit out of your comfort zone or out of your element, but you're going to have to. And there's going to be a lot of releasing, a lot of emotional healing, also forgiveness. I think it's important for you guys to not only surround yourself near your earthy element, right? Grounding, going out in nature, walking on the ground barefoot, going on nature walks and being out in like the forest, trees and things like that. I also think being around water would be very beneficial for you. Very healing energy. Water helps us cleanse, helps us release, helps us forgive. And, sometimes you gotta step out of your comfort zone and open up a little bit. Right? Dip your toes in. You never know where it may take you. Very interesting energy, Capricorn. Just right off the bat, like, this is gonna be an interesting month for you. I feel very transformative. Like, once you kind of push through those blocks, like I was seeing at the bottom of the deck with all these cards, once you push through these blocks, your manifestations that you've been working on, or the direction, the path that you've been trying to go down, obviously there's been some setbacks, there's been some delays because, you kind of have been getting in your own way, or you've been limiting yourself or shrinking yourself. Stop shrinking yourself, okay? You got transformative energy coming around very soon. Once you break through these blockages, sometimes these blocks come in, though, to teach us certain lessons or to redirect us into certain paths, certain whatever. You get me? So sometimes this happens for our own personal growth and journey, all right? So even though you might be feeling a little bit blocked, or you're kind of feeling a little bit stuck, or you struggle with opening up, you will overcome it, okay? I think it's just important to release a lot of these things. And it's going to be different for everyone. Any tarot messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of June 2021? Messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Any insight, wisdom, guidance for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of June. What's going on for Capricorn in June, please? Show me clearly. Any messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of June 2021? This deck might be ready, I'm not sure. Almost, okay. Okay, there we go. Doesn't want to shuffle anymore. Messages for Capricorn. The Devil. There's your energy coming through. Limitations. How have you been holding yourself back? Actually with Saturn going retrograde, Saturn is the planet of restrictions, of limitations and things like that. It's actually going retrograde, so it's kind of lifting these restrictions, okay? This might actually really help aid you. What sign is Saturn in? It might actually be in Capricorn. What sign? I think it actually is in Capricorn. Let me just check, y'all. Okay, no. So I was wrong. I thought maybe Saturn was still in Capricorn. No, it's actually in Aquarius, and it's not going to be moving back into Capricorn. So just, I was just thinking, okay, it might actually really be, you guys might be really feeling it. For those that have strong Aquarian placements, though, you guys might be really feeling that transit, okay? This is going to be for the next 5 months, Saturn retrograde, okay? Alright, so let's get back to the reading. Messages for Capricorn. We have the Emperor, okay? So taking control over these restrictions, these limitations, things that have been holding you back. Messages for Capricorn. Whoa, Temperance. So already we have 3 major arcana coming out. Pretty big time for you guys. Oh, okay. Alright, what do we have here? The Two of Cups. Okay. Bottom of the deck, the World, the Knight of Swords, and Page of Swords. We also have Justice and the Magician. Alright, lessons being learned, as well as co-creating with the universe, okay? Let's talk about it. So we have your energy coming through, Capricorn energy. We also have Aries coming out, Sagittarius, Cancer, as well as some air and fixed energy out here, okay? Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo. Okay, so let's get into this. So we go on about these restrictions and limitations and things in your life that might not be the healthiest, right? Like I said, some of you have the tendency. Where did that go? Hold on. The hyena. I put these in the wrong order. It was like this, I think. Yeah, okay. Back to what I was saying, right? You guys end up in this kind of trickstery energy, maybe not taking your goals so seriously, making excuses. This also sometimes talks about hidden resentments, right? So some of you have been holding on to certain things in your life, again, that haven't been the best influence on you, or you have been actually just blocking yourself from new opportunities coming in, or you've been getting in your own ways, letting your fears, your mindsets, your beliefs, and beliefs that might not even be true, right? Things that have kind of been molded for a long time, that have been holding you back, that's actually been limiting your growth. This is coming at play here in the month of June. This is being highlighted. You guys might be feeding into temptations or falling back into old ways. You might be feeling that. And with this eclipse energy coming up and all this retrograde energy and reflective, important time. I mean, look at this reading. We got like 4 major arcana coming out. Very significant. It's looking like you guys are going to be acknowledging these things and taking control and taking action to better yourself and to basically tame this devil into the temperance. All right. So temperance actually comes before the devil, but now it's like you are undoing whatever this toxicity is in your life. You are putting in the work. You're sticking to it. You're taking yourself seriously. You are coming to terms and coming clean and being honest with yourself so that you're able to release these tendencies, whatever this is, whether it's a relationship, a mindset, a thing, or multiple things in your life. So again, like you guys are actually taking control over it and you're making something out of the situation. Like you're doing something about it instead of just saying, oh, well, this is who I am and that's it. Like, oh, well, you're actually taking responsibility, you're taking ownership, and you are like, okay, well, how can I work on this? How can I improve on this? How can I work through these blocks and limitations? And so with this Emperor energy, it's like you guys are actually taking charge. You guys are taking control over the situation, and you're bringing balance. You are actually working on this. Now, this is going to require your patience. It's also going to require your determination and consistency, and also is going to require you guys putting yourself as the first priority, right? Filling your cup up first before worrying about filling everybody else up first and putting everybody else's needs and things first instead of your own, instead of your life. Of course, if you got a child, you gotta take care of your damn child, but you really have to put yourself and your needs first. Otherwise, you're going to just stay in this repetitive cycle. And so maybe you guys are becoming aware of that this month or in June. You guys are being aware of certain cycles that have been feeding into your imbalances or have been holding you back or blocking you from fully, reaching your potential. And so you guys are really working through it. And with the Temperance card coming out, Saggy energy, right? We have the sun coming out here. So this talks about illumination, or you are these blocks, toxicities, limitations, whatever this might be talking about, illusions. This is being illuminated here with Temperance. And I think this is going to require you guys to go inward, spend some time alone, carve some time out for you in the month of June, just to be by yourself, to be out in nature and just reconnect with you and ground yourself. And like I said, be around water. Water is extremely healing. Okay? And I think it's important for you guys to really go inward and find that peace from within. right? Just kind of minding your business, enjoying your own company. I think that's going to be important in the month of June. Some of you may struggle with that. Some of you maybe like, you're like, oh, I don't like being alone, or I don't like just being by myself. I need to have people around me. But if that's the case, see, you got to kind of work on enjoying your own company. That's for some of you. Obviously, not everyone's going to apply for that. Some people already are like, I love myself. It's like, that's awesome. Keep that up. But for those that may struggle, challenge yourself in the month of June. Just take yourself out, even if it's for a little walk. Just spend some time by yourself alone to connect with you and reconnect with your priorities. Okay? Because some of you maybe have been way too involved, or, that's 2 of Cups, and even with the Devil, maybe there's been a little bit of codependency with a relationship, or you've been reliant on someone else to fulfill your needs, or vice versa, someone's been reliant on you to fulfill their needs and expect you to take care of them. And I mean, obviously you should take care of those that you love, right? But you got to take care of yourself first. But like constantly asking you to refill their cup, it's like, baby, it's your job to fill up your cup. It's my job to fill up mine. And whatever's overflowing, we can give to each other if we so choose, right? I'm just saying. It's important to have the balance in those kind of connections, in all connections, right? Setting those boundaries. But the 2 of Cups. So in the month of June, some of you are going to be connecting with new people, new connections, new friendships, and even new romance for some. For those who are already in a romantic connection, commitment, and it's looking like things are just being taken to another level, things might be being brought more into balance, especially for those that have been feeling like you've been sacrificing a lot for another person, and maybe you feel like it's been a little bit unrequited or a little bit unbalanced. It's looking like a cycle is definitely closing here. And again, if this requires you to be honest or open up about something or communicate how you're feeling, you're going to have to do that. But it's looking like, yeah, something in June is coming to an end here with the world. Like some sort of cycle, some sort of chapter is coming to a close so that something brand new can begin. And it's looking like it's coming in pretty quickly. Whatever this change is, it's pretty like abrupt. But it's positive. I think this is like breaking away from whatever this devil-like energy is in your life. Again, whatever's been holding you back, it's like you're finally just cutting whatever that is out. Like you are putting your foot down. And you are saying enough is enough. No more excuses, right? That Emperor energy. Taking responsibility, accountability for your own life, your own actions, instead of making excuses and enabling this kind of behavior in your life. Oh, well, that's just who I am. No, that's a choice. You always have a choice. So quit making excuses. I'm just saying. All right. But yeah, there's something quick coming in. Knight of Swords and even the Page of Swords. I do want to say, with Mercury retrograde going to be at play in the month of June, especially, to be careful of signing documents and things like that. If you do, not everyone will, but just to really read the fine print and read it over multiple times. All right. I am getting a little bit of communication or just clearing the air or needing to, again, speak up about something. Okay. Because there's a little bit of messages coming through, communicating coming through. All right, and with that being said, that might just close out some chapters. Is there anything else at the bottom? Yeah, we have Justice and the Magician and Six of Swords. So, once you break away from whatever this devil-like energy is, things are going to be brought back into balance. Lessons have been learned here. The consequence of your actions, right? Depending on if you apply the wisdom that you've learned, that you've gained from these experiences. You can either choose to repeat the cycle and repeat it as many times as you wish until you learn it. But either way, eventually, new beginnings. The Magician being able to, create whatever it is that you want to bring into your life, whatever it is that you desire. Obviously, it's going to require work. You can't just sit around expecting it to show up on your doorstep. You're actually going to have to put in the effort and get up and do the damn thing. But Six of Swords, movement. Oh, wow. Underneath the Six of Swords, the Hermit. So you guys may need to think, plan, rest, retreat. Again, do that healing, that inner work, reflection before moving forward. But then you're in the clear. Then what it is that you want to create. And then you're going to follow through, applying the wisdom that you gained to these experiences now and moving forward. So, you know, the future is looking really positive. Again, some of you are going to be connected with new people or taking your relationships to a deeper level. This may be a decision regarding your relationships. It says, I am worthy of the deepest kind of love. Some of you may have a decision regarding a connection or connections in your life about, is this really worthy of me and my energy? Have I been restricting myself, limiting myself, dimming myself to fit in or to make someone love me? Or am I just settling for the bare minimum because I don't want to be alone? Or things like that. Like, there's going to be a lot of important themes that come up. And you know, there will be some changes. Positive, I feel. But it may be quick. It may be unexpected with that Knight of Swords because it's a very quick-paced energy. But it's important and it's going to lead you to some really good times. Like I said, with that butterfly energy that came out earlier. Very transformative times are around the corner. That's like, I would say, end of June energy is like where you're really going to start seeing the changes due to the actions that you've been taking to make a change in your own personal life, okay? Very interesting energy, Capricorn. We're going to wrap up this reading with some Tikashi messages for Capricorn, Sun, and Rising Venus for the month of June 2021. Oops. Okay, wow, we already have a card flipping out. We have doing, taking action, all right? No more excuses. No more, I'll do it tomorrow, procrastination. Do it now. Any Tikashi messages for Capricorn, Sun, and Rising Venus for the month of June 2021? I was going to say May. Some of you already resonate with this, or this is kind of tying into this month. We'll see. Well, I won't see. You'll see. Messages for Capricorn. We also have breath. Messages for Capricorn, Sun, and Rising Venus for the month of June, and wellness. Okay. Doing. This means action. There's positive energy around. Make use of it. This is not the time to ask for others for assistance. It's time to do something powerfully for yourself. Look at what you've been doing. Is it working for you? If there is something you have put off, do it now. Breath. Breathe deeply. Your breath draws life-giving oxygen into your body. When faced with difficulties, remember to breathe. Nothing is ever solved when you hold your breath. There may be something you are opposed to. Don't fight it. Allow the flow. Now may be the time to breathe some new life into what you've pushed aside. And wellness. Wellness is a feeling on the inside which emanates outward like love. Wellness is a state of mind which emanates outward like love. In fact, wellness is love. If you are unwell physically or emotionally, seek out and remedy the cause. And do not just band-aid the symptoms, for your wellness is a natural state of being. Do not settle for second best, and all will be well. Alright, Capricorn. So that is what I got for you guys for the month of June. If you guys found this helpful or insightful, please let me know in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe. Be sure to click the bell icon for notifications for future uploads. If you guys are interested, you can check out my Instagram at JadeStoneTarot. And with that being said, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Take care.